1959, the day the music died. Good morning! I got coffee. So the rest area sleep wasn't bad. Did you sleep good?
Good.
You slept good? I slept okay. I kept waking up, but I kept going back to sleep, so that's a good thing, I guess. So that was a pretty good rest stop. Pretty good stay. Really nice rest stop area. If you missed that last video, go back and catch that. I went inside and there's like Pac-Man stuff in there. I thought it was really cool. So we're back on the road. Got my coffee. Well, there's a gas station right across the road from the rest area, so if you need to fill up with gas, you can grab some coffee, but don't expect to get anything but that, because there was like no breakfast sandwiches. Somebody's hungry, and there was no ice, and we need a bag of ice. So bare bones minimums there. Get your gas and your coffee and scoot on down the road. We're ready to head, or we are heading to our next destination. It is a stop in Iowa. Yes, there's stuff to do in Iowa. We are gonna stop, and I'm not gonna tell you where. You're gonna have to hang around here and watch the video and see where we stop. On February 2nd, 1959, this ballroom had a show, a concert, which featured Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper. We're in Clear Lake, Iowa, and this is the Surf Ballroom. They do still operate and have shows. Got some coming up. I love the front of this. Morning. Honey Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh man.
We're not coming back up here. It's kind of weird to think that those big names would have played in this fairly small town in the middle of northern Iowa. It's just kind of interesting. And the location of it is, I don't know, kind of odd to me. It's very residential, so we don't know if it's always been residential like this. I mean, that little house right there looks extremely old, so I don't know. Stand across the street here and get a good shot of the ballroom. It's actually, I mean, it's a decent sized building, but to have had big names play here, it just doesn't seem like it's big enough. We're here at the entrance to the path that leads back to the crash site where Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, And the Big Bopper passed away from a plane crash shortly after leaving the Surf Ballroom on February 2nd. Plane crashed on February 3rd, a couple of hours or an hour or so after midnight, 1959. The day the music died. Well, we're walking on the path that leads back to the crash site. I don't know how long this path is.
Looks pretty long.
The only thing I could see or read was it was a long path, so I don't know what they consider long. There is supposed to be a memorial up here, and I want to see it. So we're walking the long path. Now about, 4 years ago, we took a trip, and this was before our YouTube days, and we were driving through Texas, and Buddy Holly is buried in Lubbock. So we stopped there and actually visited the gravesite of Buddy Holly. The Big Bopper, J.B. Richardson, is buried in Brownsfield or Brownsview, something like that, Texas, I think. I know it's in Texas, but I may have had the town way wrong. And Richie Valens is buried somewhere in California, I believe. But we're gonna go back here and hopefully we're almost to the end of this path. And we're gonna check out this memorial. Well, there it is. There's the memorial. You can see people's been leaving gifts. It is really windy out here, but we are in the middle of a cornfield. The Coca-Cola bottles are very awesome. There's some rocks with some pictures of them on there. And then this would be the pilot, because he also perished in the crash. And then I read something that said if you're standing taking a picture of the memorial, south of the memorial, so like right in here, that this would have been where Buddy Holly's body was found. It's a lovely memorial, and I think it's really cool of the person who owns this property to allow us to be able to come out here and pay respects for 3 very talented musicians that were definitely taken way too soon, and their pilot. That was a pretty cool stop to stop there at the ballroom. Now, just so y'all know, you can go in there. It is closed right now because it's very early in the morning, but they do operate, I think, 6 or 7 days a week, and there is a museum in there, and I believe from what I read that it's by donation, so you could go in and check that out. I have no clue what's in there, but I'm sure there's, you know, Buddy Holly stuff and things, but it's like a rock and roll museum, so I'm sure there's other things too. But we're not done, so don't go anywhere, because we've got another stop to make.